You also got to do a duet with Michael. What was it like getting that moment, that kind of full circle moment of getting to sing with him at the end of your journey together?
Yes, yeah, it's a good way to somehow celebrate the journey with him from blind auditions, battles, knockouts, playoffs, and of course live shows. And to end it, it's like ending it with a bang. And of course, it's just my dream before. And I would say this to always to interviews that aside from winning The Voice, I think I won before I won The Voice, having to be singing with Michael Bublé.
Yeah. I asked you about this on Monday, because, obviously you guys were the only team that was still intact when we got to the finales. From the outside, it certainly felt like Team Bublé had all of the figurative fire. It felt like there was so much support behind you guys. Were you guys feeling that in the moment as well before you even got to the final two? Or were you surprised in that moment when you and Shye were up there going, oh my God, we actually did this?
Well, seriously and honestly, I don't know if it's bad to say, we are really a little bit confident that we can make it to the top five because Shye is just an amazing singer, and I really think that I worked hard um for the position of me being a representative of Buble. But finally, when we got on the last two spots, and I really told like, "Oh my God, Shye, I think you're gonna win," and she's like, "No, I think you're winning." That's like I oh in the last conversation we had was like, "Oh my gosh, Team Buble all the way." We've been always telling that one, and I think we got on the finale, and we did. So it's just powerful.
Yeah. What was, from what you can recall, because I imagine last night was probably a bit of a blur. What do you recall of those moments standing up there with Shye waiting to hear your name get called?
It's definitely a blur, but I don't. It's a blur, but it's really it's a truth and it's a reality. I thought it was a dream, but having to be hearing my name like the winner of the voice is Sofronio Vasquez. It's a complete moment for me, for my family, and it was a flashback for all the rejections that I had. It's yeah, it's a celebration, and I will never ever forget that moment, and I would keep that in my heart.
Yeah. Well, and all of the coaches were clearly losing their minds with joy over your win. What kind of made it a memorable impression? What meant the most to you? What can you share about that?
Yeah, of course, Michael Bublé's reaction was I felt like he was in shock too, as I am, because I saw his face and like, what just happened? And yeah, and also even if Gwen, Reba, and Snoop Dogg is not our coach, they are so supportive. And I saw them jumping around and like, yeah, you won. I mean, whether I won, whether Shy won, whether Sydney or Jeremy and Danny, I really think that that would be the honest and the most genuine feeling that they would give because it's a family.
Yeah. Have you had any conversations with Michael since you won, or has everything been a whirlwind?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the yeah, I was with him the whole night last night, and he was like my father or my family figure. Like, come on, be with me in this party. And we did a rap party last night, and it was hosted by Snoop Dogg, and there was so like all of the people are there, and Michael Bublé is just like an awesome and he an awesome person, and he gave me a gift. Like I know that I really had a feeling that you and Shy gonna win, so he gave us gifts. Like I got a real good jacket from him, like a winter jacket from him, and that says Buble, so I'm gonna wear that.
Yeah, well, so before I let you go, I know it's very, very recent that this happened, but what does this win mean to you, and what do you hope to see from your career going forward now?
No, yeah, this win is emotional for me. I probably like dried out my tears crying every time I see videos of people celebrating back home. So it's not just a win for me, it's a win for every dreamer, whether any race could there be, that in America if you are trying your best to be heard and be seen, it's really possible that you can connect to Americans because Americans are just generous and kind.